Welcome to Jiminy Peak. We are excited to have you join our team. In the next few minutes, we will discuss the most important aspects of your employment with us, from our vision and purpose to the most important policies and procedures that you need to be aware of. Our vision: to be among the most admired, respected, and enjoyed mountain resorts for families in America. To tell you more about it, I'll leave you with Tyler Fairbank, president of Jiminy Peak.
Hi guys, welcome to a brand new season.
As we prepare for the winter wonderland that awaits, I want to take a moment to share our collective passions, our unwavering commitment to safety, and the paramount importance of delivering exceptional guest service.
First and foremost, we are a team that shares a deep passion for both summer and winter.
There's something truly magical about the sight of freshly fallen snow on our slopes and the crisp mountain air that fills our lungs in the summer. Whether you're a seasoned pro or new to one of our resorts, or to the outdoor sports scene, this is the place where passion comes to life.
But that passion for beauty is also underpinned by our commitment to safety.
Our guests entrust us with their well-being, and we take that responsibility very seriously. We've invested in the best safety protocols, training, and equipment to ensure that every visitor has not only a memorable experience, but a safe one as well. And of course, while we may be surrounded by the breathtaking beauty of the mountain, our mission would be incomplete without a dedication to guest service. We aim to create unforgettable experiences for our guests, so a warm smile, a helping hand, and going the extra mile can make all the difference to their visit. We're not just here to meet their expectations, we're here to exceed them.
Now, as we begin this season, I want you to remember one thing. You belong here.
This isn't just a slogan, it's a reminder that you're a vital part of the Fairbank Group family. Your unique talents, your dedication, and your commitment to our values is what makes this place special.
So embrace the beauty, prioritize safety, excel at guest service, and remember, always, you belong here.
Together, we'll make this season extraordinary for our guests and for each other.
Welcome to the adventure of a lifetime. Team Jiminy, let's make this a season to remember. Let's do it again. We're here to exceed them. We have a lot of noise around us.
Now, let's go over some of the faces that you may see at Jiminy Peak. The Fairbank Group includes Tyler, serving as CEO, his dad Brian, serving as chairman, Ray, serving as CFO, and Adam, who is our general counsel. At a Jiminy Peak level, we have Jason, who is assistant general manager of mountain operations, David, serving as assistant general manager of base services, Paul is our vice president, Christy is our environmental management director, Jim is our night operations manager, Katie Fogel is the marketing director, Luis is the human resources director, and Dan is Sodexo Live director. Next, we put together some of the most frequent questions we get from our guests. Please review them and pause the video if you need to. Employment. Each department is handled differently, but here we have some things that you need to keep in mind as a Jiminy Peak employee. First, calling in. We all understand that emergencies happen, but we ask you to please inform not only your manager, but also human resources if you are not going to make it to work a certain day. That way, HR can radio your manager in case they are not in their office. Keep in mind that after 3 no call, no show, you will be terminated. Second, tardiness. Being late constantly is not a good idea, and it could be a reason for termination. Please arrive to work on time. Lastly, mealtime and breaks are handled differently in each department, so please get in touch with your manager to see how your department organizes. To record your time, use the punch code that was given to you by your manager. Be sure to punch in on time. Not too early, not too late. Do not share your number with anyone and punch in or out for yourself only. A violation to this policy can result in termination. If you are a Jiminy Peak employee, every hour worked from Monday through Sunday gets paid on Friday of the following week. We use direct deposits only, and you can check your pay stubs directly from your CheckWriters account. Overtime may be needed, especially during busy times, but it must be pre-approved by your manager. Overtime is every minute after 40 hours during the same work week, and it's paid at 1.5 times your regular rate. Remember that any discrepancy between your paycheck and your own calculations must be channeled through your manager first. Human resources will not be able to help you on this since they don't handle your schedule or time cards directly. All employees must use parking lot 4. It's the first parking area located on the right as you pull in, right in front of the country store. Conduct and dress code. Please be sure to keep your hair and beard under control without extreme styles. We are a family mountain, so we don't allow nasty tattoos. Any neck tattoo must be covered. Also, keep in mind that lip, mouth, or chin piercings are not allowed. Septum piercings, or piercings above the bridge of the nose, are not allowed either. Using plugs and band-aids to cover any piercings is prohibited. Smoking is permitted in designated areas only. Ask your manager about them. Smoking in a company vehicle, at an entrance or exit of a building, or while wearing a logo uniform, is not permitted, especially in front of guests. Keep in mind that this policy includes vaping. The use of a phone while working is a big no-no. This is especially important for those working safety positions, like lift attendants. You may use your phone during your break, of course, but breaking this policy may result in a termination. We understand that no job is perfect, and there will be tough days where challenges test your patience. However, it's important to approach these moments with professionalism. Venting frustrations about coworkers or guests, whether at home or elsewhere, can reflect not just on you, but also on your department and the company as a whole. Instead, let's focus on addressing challenges constructively and upholding the positive reputation of our team. This is an important one. We have a very strict drug and alcohol policy. Your safety and the safety of our guests is paramount. That's why being under the influence while working is prohibited. There are 3 reasons for which you could be tested. The first one is if you get injured while working. The second one is if you cause over $250 of property damage. And the last one is reasonable suspicion. No matter what the reason is, a positive finding will result in immediate termination. The use of helmet is mandatory while working on the snow. Please be sure that you wear an ASTM-approved helmet. If you don't have one, the rental shop can provide one for free to be used during the season. At the end of your employment, you must return it. Alternatively, you may purchase your own at Potter Brothers with a discount. The discount will depend on your employee type. Also, keep in mind that after-hours skiing is permitted, so long you are not wearing your Jiminy Peak jacket. A violation to this policy may result in a disciplinary action, including termination. Report all injuries to your supervisor or manager. Remember that they are covered under our workers' compensation insurance. If you suffered an injury at work and then go to a medical facility and reported it as a work-related injury, your claim may be rejected and you would be responsible for your medical bills. Also, note that as part of our procedure, a drug and alcohol test is required. Finally, report any hazards that you may see around you. Don't wait for the next person to be injured to take action. If you can't fix it, report it to your supervisor. Missing person. If a guest reports a missing person to you, please stay with them. If you don't, the whole mountain will be looking for someone that could have been found by the person who initially reported them missing without you knowing about it. Next, collect as much information as possible about the missing individual. Step 3. Contact Jason Griffin or the night supervisor on Radio Channel 1. Finally, if the missing person is part of a ski lesson, contact Rob on Radio Channel 2 after contacting Jason. If you are a witness in an accident, please report it on Radio Channel 2. Try to get as much information as possible and use tower numbers as reference if you are close to a chairlift to determine the location. If you don't have a radio, find somebody that does, like a lift attendant, ambassador, or patroller. Never call 911 from the mountain with your cell phone. You will just create confusion. Our ski patrol team must be notified always. Our radio communication is not encrypted, so we use special codes to pass on sensitive information. Let's start with the first one, Radio Code 1. Use this code if you are witnessing a potential fatal situation, like a very serious accident. Use it carefully. The second one is Radio Code Green. Use it if you are witnessing an operational disaster. For instance, if a tower of the novice chair was suddenly leaning back, then you would grab your radio and say Radio Code Green to report it. The last one is not a code. It's as explicit as it gets. Shout active shooter on the radio, accompanied by the location of the individual opening fire. Then, everyone with a radio moves to Radio Channel 2. In a case like this, we go by the FBI's guidelines. It's called Run, Hide, Fight. The first thing to do after an active shooter alert goes out is to run and take as many people with you as possible. Next is hide. You want to have your phones turned off to prevent noises that may alert the active shooter. Lastly, as a last resort, we have fight. If you are able to outnumber the shooter, you may try and go for it if it's absolutely necessary. This is one of the things that we hope we never have to deal with, but in this day and age, we need to be prepared. Boundaries between children and adults. Some of our jobs require close contact with the little ones. And as you may know, there are good interactions and not so good ones. A high five is a great interaction. A shoulder pad with a good job buddy, great interaction too. Have them sit on your lap? Not a good idea. That's why we want you to avoid being in a situation that could be misunderstood. Here are a couple of things that you can do. 1. Never be alone with a child in a closed room. 2. Report a situation that appears to be beyond normal boundaries of behavior. Provide constructive criticism to your colleague as to why what they are doing is not proper behavior. If you are not close to such coworker, talk to your supervisor or manager. Harassment. Our company takes harassment reports very seriously. That's why, if you're being a victim of harassment by another employee, please talk to your supervisor or manager. If the supervisor or manager is directly involved in the allegations, please stop by the Human Resources Office to complete a formal statement. If you are a witness of harassment, we encourage you to bring it to your manager's attention or the Human Resources Office. They will determine the best course of action. Just remember that harassment is not only sexual. It could be verbal, based on gender, physical, or religious. Furthermore, to determine if harassment has occurred, the focus is not the intent of someone's conduct, it's the impact on the other person. A violation to this policy will bring a disciplinary action, including termination. We are down to the last slide. As a Jiminy Peak employee, you can get full season passes from members of your immediate family. The number of passes goes up with seniority. You have 30% discount at just Jiminy, free rentals for a day, and also discounts on lessons. Please get in touch with your manager if you need to book a lesson with our snow sports department. Third, discounts at Potter Brothers. The percentage depends on your employee type. Fourth, 30% discount on food at all Sodexo concessions. The discount doesn't apply to alcohol. Keep in mind that Sodexo will not honor that 30% if you don't have your employee discount card with you. If you haven't gotten one yet, please ask your manager for one. We ask you to be respectful towards Sodexo employees. They are doing their job. Finally, you have 10% discount at the country store. The discount doesn't apply to alcohol either. And that's it, guys. Again, we are very happy that you joined our team. Let's all have a great season.